It's only a game. Isle of Wight Car Club, Round 4. Welcome to Newport Football Club. Up the port! What idiot made this course so complicated? Many drivers struggled, but once they got the hang of it, it was a ripper of a course.
Mate, I understand that you don't want a camera on your car because it will make you drive like a knob. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah. I'm going to give the viewers something to watch, you know.
But no, that's the whole psychology of motor racing, I reckon, because you want to go fast, so you think, oh, I need to go faster to go fast, but you don't.
No.
You end up going slower. So we're almost coming up to the end of round 4, and it looks like Class 5 seems to be the cars that are cutting the mustard today. What's your thoughts about that?
Well, yeah, it's unusual, isn't it? Most courses, they don't seem to be able to exploit their power advantage or their speed advantage. But today we're really seeing a Class 5 dominance. I've been coming to these for almost 2 years. I don't think I've ever seen such Class 5 dominance before. So it's
Especially
new.
not on a short circuit like this.
No, you'd have expected it maybe last at Botanic Garden, like
Big
a couple of months
circuit.
ago. Yeah, because there's straight lines. But here, I'm really surprised.
I've got a feeling this is one of the smallest circuits on the calendar. I think.
Probably the smallest.
It is
second
actually,
or third,
yeah.
isn't it?
So-
Isle of Wight Pearl's the size of my train.
Let's listen to today's report, written by Adam Weller, with images by Alan Marsh. Dan Morgan took both overall and Class 5 honours during the Isle of Wight Car Club visit to St George's Park behind the wheel of his Sub-Zero kit car. The course used on the day used the relatively small space available to full effect. Unfortunately, this made for a very complicated course, which is very tough to remember. In fact, only 13 of the 35 drivers remembered the layout during round 1. Morgan set the benchmark early on, setting his winning time of 53.46 seconds during run 2. Steve Wells also looked promising early on, achieving a 53.84 on his second run. Alas, he only improved by 1/10 during the day in his low cost that he shares with Ryan Munt, who finished 3rd. David Goodwin was 4th overall, while also taking Class 3 victory in his highly modified Mini. Ricky Shepherd rounded off the overall top 5, debuting his own low cost. Expect him to emerge as the top contender as he acclimatises to his new vehicle. Toby Allen took Class 4 honours in his Lotus, while Wayne Hull was top of the pile in Class 2. Jill Broomfield was the fastest lady of the day in her Class 4 Volkswagen Golf, and despite playing down her chances of getting the course right before her first runs, she was one of only 2 drivers to finish the entire day with no wrong tests.
Mate, talk to me about the technicalities of swapping class halfway through an event.
Can't beat them, join them.
Mate, I guess that's the end of the day for you then. What was the issue in the morning with it not starting? Why wouldn't it start?
Ignition leads.
What, HT? And that was it?
Ignition wiring.
Oh, okay.
So, cut it all off, rewired it.
So you're not out of the action yet then?
No, I've still got 2 more runs.
Do you know, I've noticed that the top 6 drivers are all in Class 5, and you're in there as well, aren't you?
Best time to be.
Right, let's have a look at some of the in-car action from the top drivers of the day.
driver change.
Let's look at the top two drivers, Steve Wells and Dan Morgan, side by side, just so we can compare their driving styles. Steve Wells at the top, Dan Morgan at the bottom. And at the first checkpoint, Steve Wells has pulled out an amazing lead already. At the second checkpoint, the gap seems to have stayed the same. Yep, Steve Wells has got it. Engrave the trophy, break out the champagne. What happened there? I need to see that again in slow motion. Dan Morgan has a slightly smoother line and brakes a little bit later into the stop box. That made the difference. He's today's winner. Okay, let's have a look at the results of round 4 at Newport Football Club. Class 5 everywhere, all apart from Dave Goodwin in his classic Mini. Let's see who's top of their class. What? No Class 1 again? At this rate, I'm going to go out and buy myself an under 1400cc unmodified car so I can win some trophies at the end of the year. Class 2, Wayne Hull in his MX-5. Dave Goodwin in his Mini, Class 3. Toby Allen storming in his Lotus to win Class 4. And of course, event winner Dan Morgan in Class 5. As far as the Sealed Surface Championship is concerned, Ryan Munt and Steve Wells are still battling it out at the top of the table. Everybody else is on their way up. But what about the MX-5 Cosy Cup, I hear you call? Who knows? Just drive the pants off your MX-5 and we'll see who wins at the end of the year. Some people have been asking for tech tips on how to drive better at Car Club. So let's go back to school. In this episode, we're going to talk about the stop box. I'm sure you all know that the stop box is made of 4 cones, and it's really important that you stop within those cones at the end of your run. But what a lot of people don't know, where you stop in your stop box can really affect your time. When you enter the stop box, you'll break the laser beam, and when you do that, the clock stops. However, you will notice that the laser beam is inside of the first set of cones. So you actually need to go past the first set of cones before you break the beam. The problem with stopping just inside the stop box is you've done all your slowing down and braking outside of the stop box. And this is part of your time. What you really need to do is do your slowing down and stopping inside the box. That way it won't be included in your time. However, this is a risky strategy because if you time it wrong and you go outside of the box, you'll get 10 seconds added onto your time.
At one point, the sun was shining and you were in 4th place.
I was. I'm not now.
Are you not? What was it like being 4th place?
It's brilliant.
Mate, judging by the side exit exhaust, this ain't a Class 1 car, is it?
No.
Mate, we all saw the aftermath of your car and the fueling. What actually happened?
The fuel cap came off.
The fuel cap?
Yeah.
And what then that went into the...
Yeah, so I carefully, with a screwdriver, put a hole in full.
How you doing in the championship so far?
I'm last.
You're last. What, last today?
Yeah.
Why are you last?
Because I'm going sideways constantly.
But-
and it's the most fun.
But when it comes to the Gymkhana in August, that's going to win you prizes.
Points me prizes,
There
don't
you
they?
go. Mate, how's it going? You've been a bit of a drift king today.
Yeah,
Is it paying off with time?
I'd just done a smooth one and it was 3 seconds quicker, but it was so boring.
This is your first outing with this car, isn't it? A car club?
You're quite correct, Kevin. It's my first outing with this car at Car Club.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's okay. It's driver error more than the car error. Driver being incomplete.
How are you doing today?
Not so good so far.
More importantly, are you ahead of Dan?
No way.
What are you doing in this car, Dan?
Well, my car's broken, unfortunately, so I'm having to borrow somebody else's. Lease kindly let me use it.
What happened to your car? Terminal for today then?
Terminal for today. At the moment, I'm doing okay. So if it breaks every week and I still win, I don't mind.
Matching t-shirts, I've just noticed.
Oh yeah, all the gear, no idea. That's me.
Well, that's it. We only come to the football club once a year, and every time there's a story to tell.